Now on CoastTV News.
Development debate. Lewes City Council weighs the future of the Overfall Preserve.
Local businesses frustrated with potential parking changes, what Rehoboth is considering.
Water upgrades in Milford, why the city says new businesses depend on it, and how you can weigh in.
Spring-like temps and conditions will continue for this week. More on the good news of the forecast coming right up.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Open land seen from above. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with plans for 90 townhouses off Savannah Road.
Here's where developers want to build the Overfall Preserve development in Lewes. This is next to the existing workforce housing project called Dutchman's Harvest. Most recently, the Lewes Planning Commission voted in January to recommend preliminary site plans, but with 25 conditions attached. CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken is live there in Lewes. Emma, tonight is the next step for the proposed development.
Maddie, behind me you'll see this open field known as the Overfall Preserve. It's about 13 acres with proposed plans to be 90 townhouses with amenities. And in just a little bit here tonight, the Lewes City Council is discussing whether to have a public hearing about this property. Richard Harris is worried about seeing this land develop.
I think any more development around the Savannah Road, Lewes City area is going to inevitably increase congestion.
And officials agree. That's one of the reasons the Planning Commission is recommending 25 conditions on the Overfall Preserve townhomes, including a traffic study and reducing the right-of-way to allow for additional trees. The Lewes Planning Commission has said traffic is their primary concern, one of the reasons being that the Overfall Preserve development would share a singular entrance and exit with the Dutchman's Harvest workforce housing development. At a Lewes City Council meeting Monday, City Council could set a public hearing on the development that's been proposed for months. Paul Montgomery says development is inevitable.
One, development happens, and two, it tends to happen slower than the developers would like, but faster than the opposition would like.
For now, Overfall Preserve remains just a plan, but for people in Lewes, the debate is building faster than the townhouses. The City Council is meeting in about half an hour to discuss this. Live in Lewes, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Emma. And let's take a closer look at the Overfall Preserve's preliminary site plans that were approved. Other conditions include focus on architectural design, landscaping, and amenities. All that to ensure the townhomes align with Lewes's historic character. The commission also approved eliminating a sidewalk on the northwest side of Dutchman's Avenue.
City officials in Rehoboth Beach are once again discussing paid parking options on Rehoboth Avenue, along with a proposal that would expand the paid parking season by a month and a half. They're also considering charging for the week of Seawitch. That would be a Monday through Thursday situation, but then no overnight parking on Friday. The reason for that, people tend to leave their cars in front of businesses that whole week long, and a lot of those businesses say they're tired of it.
Start parking their cars on the Sunday before, it affects our business the week before. So anything that we gain for Seawitch being that credit, we've lost during the week by people taking up all the spots and people not being able to come down here and park to shop or eat or whatever they want to do.
The city says they are looking at banning overnight parking during that week, but any parking changes, those wouldn't actually take place until 2026. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is the biggest concern with extending the paid parking season?
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen. 81% say cost for locals, 3% say tourism impact, 13% say hurting business, and 3% say traffic.
If you want to go vote, you can at coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
The city of Milford wants to upgrade its water infrastructure, and there's a public hearing about it tonight. Some viewers might remember the city broke ground on a new corporate center recently, which is expected to bring jobs and business to Milford. But the city says that can't move forward without updated water systems. So Milford wants to borrow $8.5 million to pay for the upgrades, but voters will have the final say in a referendum on April 26th.
There's a no increase in tax, no increase in utility fees, none of that. It's just the city borrowing money and then repaying over a period of time. And we need this infrastructure to make the corporate center happen.
The public hearing starts at 6 p.m. tonight at Milford City Hall, though you will need to sign up ahead of time if you want to speak.
We're taking a live look into the Dover area right now. We need to check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. Paul, what are you seeing this week?
I'm seeing us enjoying some weather, particularly as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. How about let's interpret today's temperature as a bet. Well, we're going to up the ante a couple of more degrees, so to speak, for the next couple of days, so it feels even more spring-like. Our Tendo's casual furniture, although it's a bit overcast for us in Laurel, we are at 63 degrees despite the lack of sunshine. And we're at 53 in Rehoboth, but 10 degrees warmer than that. In Georgetown alone, 56 right now, Ocean Pines. But look how much warmer we are, excluding what's happening right here along Ocean City. But we're about 6 to 7 degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. And I'm anticipating temperatures getting even higher for the next day or so, till we get to, let's say, Wednesday going into Thursday. And we've been trending in the right way. You see all the red now that we're listing? Those are temperatures that are above the norm for this time of the year. We dipped a couple of days on the second and the third, but then we would bounce right back into the red, so to speak, for us on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And now we're going red again for today and for tomorrow. So how long can we continue going red? That's what we're going to talk about in your full forecast coming up, Charlie.
Thank you, Paul. Happening tonight, Slaughter Beach could be the next Delmarva community to regulate marijuana. The Slaughter Beach Town Council scheduled to review an ordinance on weed tonight at 7. According to officials, they're looking to match Milford's pot regulations. Now, Milford currently bans recreational shops, but medical marijuana can be sold.
Looking ahead, this week homeowners in the Indian River School District can learn more about the expense referendum taking place March 20th. A workshop is happening this Wednesday at Indian River High School. Officials will give a presentation, and the district says the money, if approved in referendum, would be used for increased operating costs, recruitment, and staff retention. Indian River says it would cost about $24 a month for the average district taxpayer.
To politics now, we are seeing the beginning of what could be a trade war as China's retaliatory tariffs on multiple U.S. farm products take effect today. You can see them on your screen now. It's in response to President Trump's tariffs on almost all imports from China that Trump raised to 20% last week. The escalation is on top of the back and forth tariffs levied, then partially delayed on Mexico and Canada. This morning, the White House's top economic advisor argued that the uncertainty is actually working in the U.S.'s favor.
The jobs number, for example, is that the uncertainty is actually creating jobs in the U.S. Right now, we just saw 10,000 manufacturing jobs created.
President Donald Trump is not denying the possibility of a recession, saying, quote, "Who knows?" when asked if his economic policies could create one.
On that note, according to the latest Consumer Expectations survey, many Americans are losing confidence in the U.S. job market. They also said inflation is no longer easing and believe they'll have greater economic problems a year from now. Researchers add the number of consumers who say they have an increased chance of not being able to make minimum debt payments rose to levels not seen since April 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says 83% of USAID programs have been canceled. 5,200 contracts in total. Rubio wrote that those programs, quote, did not serve and in some cases even harmed the national interest of the United States. Rubio did not provide details about which programs had been cut and which will remain in place. Coming up, lost pieces of Harriet Tubman's past. Maryland archaeologists uncover artifacts from Harriet Tubman's family home.
The relaxed feel of spring sunshine will continue this week. More on that coming up.
But first, the federal funding battle heating up. That's up next.
Shingles missing from your roof? Call Morse Roofing and Siding. Winter may be packing its bags, but it left a chill behind. Don't let a cold snap catch you off guard. Call FH Fur for our $69 heating system tune-up. We'll keep your system running smoothly so you're warm and snug until spring finally makes up its mind. Act now and get our no breakdown guarantee. With over 40 years of trusted service, FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical are the pros who've seen and fixed it all.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
Fall in love with safety and reliability at Gateway Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware is an award-winning waterfront restaurant serving fresh, local seafood. Catch 54 features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple coastal cuisine with house favorites including our signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, and our famous 54 burger. Catch 54 offers delicious, chef-inspired nightly specials, a raw bar, a Wine Spectator winning wine list and monthly wine dinners, and the best happy hour in town. Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Shingles missing from your roof? Call Morse Roofing and Siding.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
All eyes are on Congress this week as we are just days away from a potential government shutdown.
Over the weekend, House Republicans unveiled a plan to fund the government through September.
But Democratic leaders quickly slammed the measure that they say recklessly cuts domestic spending programs.
Michael Yoshida has the latest on the high-stakes showdown.
Congress facing a Friday night deadline to fund the government. House Speaker Mike Johnson's plan, released over the weekend, avoids a shutdown, pushing the issue further down the road. It calls for funding the government through September 30th, includes a $6 billion increase in defense spending, $13 billion in cuts to domestic spending, as well as money to support pieces of President Trump's agenda, including funds to help carry out additional ICE deportations.
There's only positive increases in spending. We're talking about our veterans' health programs, increasing military pay for our young men and women who put their lives on the line.
While Republicans say the bill makes no partisan policy changes from the stopgap bill passed in December, many Democrats are not on board.
Billions of dollars of cuts, also turning over some of this appropriations for agencies as slush funds for Elon Musk and Donald Trump to do as they will with this federal funding.
President Trump has endorsed the bill, and the House is expected to hold a vote as early as Tuesday. But with a razor-thin majority and at least one GOP rep expected to vote against the bill, House Republicans can't afford any more defections if Democrats unite in opposition.
It's going to be a tight vote. I don't think we're going to get many Democrats. I hope we do, because we don't want a government shutdown.
Over in the Senate, the math and political calculus gets even harder, where the bill can be filibustered. So even with all 53 Republicans voting in favor of the spending bill, 7 Democrats would still be needed for it to pass and avoid a shutdown. In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Here's a look at your Bay forecast. Warming up to a nice balmy 66 for Tuesday, dropping by 10 degrees, but then we start creeping back up again. We're going to talk about the roller coaster aspect of the temperatures coming up in your full forecast.
Struggling with moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about #1 prescribed Entyvio, offering 2 maintenance options, including the Entyvio pen. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. PML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection, cannot be ruled out. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, sores, or are prone to infections. Liver problems can occur. Entyvio, relief, remission for real.
Entyvio, Entyvio, Entyvio.
When disaster strikes, Super Stew stands ready to restore your home and peace of mind. From fire, flood, or storm damage, Stewart Builders Group is your trusted local restoration expert. We'll handle the cleanup with veteran-owned J-Dog junk removal. Then Stewart Builders Group, your one-stop contractor here on the shore, will rebuild your home as good as new. For restoration, renovations, or home maintenance, trust the family-owned team that cares. J-Dog Junk Removal and Stewart Builders Group. Restoring homes, restoring hope. When disaster strikes, Super Stew can help you.
Visit us at Lakeshore Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Seaford and find out what the locals have known all along. While all pre-owned vehicles look the same, at Lakeshore Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Seaford, we carefully inspect all of our used vehicles in our service department with our factory-trained technicians. Combine that with our great selection, lowest prices in Sussex County, and our top level of customer service, we believe you'll see why we say that we're different, and we prove it. Call us at 302-990-3099 or online at lakeshorecdjr.com.
Hi, I'm Warren Rosenfeld with Rosenfeld's Jewish Deli. Well, it's March, and that means St. Patrick's Day, which means corned beef, and that takes you right back to Rosenfeld. We are the corned beef kings, making hundreds of pounds of corned beef every single week all year long. St. Patrick's Day is one of our largest days of the year, and come find out why. Whether it's our corned beef and cabbage special, our corned beef hash, or any of our corned beef sandwiches, you're going to get your fill of corned beef at Rosenfeld's on St. Patrick's Day. Rosenfeld's on St. Patrick's Day. See you soon.
Hello, it's Joe from Kendall Furniture in tax-free Shelbyville, Delaware. Have you noticed the big stores always tell you they have the lowest price guarantee? How can they do that? Really? How can they guarantee you the lowest price? At Kendall Furniture, we keep it simple, and that means better prices for you every day. Our non-commissioned expert staff is here to help you, not themselves. I'd like to invite you to come visit our expanded Rose Sofa Gallery with over 20 pieces on display, and come see the Kendall difference.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
Mondays feel a little bit better when they're warm and comfortable and nice, and all the outdoor encouragement that we experience for today is a nice way to kind of ease your way into the work week. And Tuesday's looking pretty nice and cooperative as well. And we're not even concerned overly about precipitation, but ironically enough, we actually need more precipitation because we're back into that drought pattern again, believe it or not. Our Irish Eyes camera in Lewes, we have overcast conditions for right now, but we're in the 60s. That's like 10 to 11 degrees above the norm for this time of the year. And we're going to drop back to 47 degrees by 9 o'clock, mostly clear skies, beautiful weather, not a problem. Take a look at the temperatures on where we stand right now. We're at 67 in Red and 65 in Seaford, 60 right now in Delmar, 61 Milton, but it's in the 50s right now for us in Rehoboth Beach, and a somewhat cooler 48 degrees in Bethany Beach and 46 currently in Ocean City. Radar indicating, hey, we're clear. We're not concerned about any very breezy conditions along the Delmarva Peninsula. This is actually when the winds have died down and just kind of chilled out for a moment. And it's helpful because that little bit of wind can really cause blustery conditions along the beaches and really make for an uncomfortable situation. So here's the storyline. For Tuesday, mild air arrives, sunny, temperatures in the mid-60s at the very least, might even be warmer than that. Then by midweek, we have a backdoor front. It's going to be rain-free, but still above average temperatures, but we're going to be dry. Keep that in mind because the dryness that we're about to go into as far as the pattern is concerned could become a little problematic for us. You see, we're in the 60s and 50s right now with our temperatures, but take a look at these dew point temperatures. Now, dew point, just as a quick reminder, that's a moisture measurement in the atmosphere. When we do that, the dew point temperatures are at 30s, all right, 30s and 20s. The temperatures are in the 60s. So with the 30-degree gap between those two, we have an extremely dry air mass that's over our neck of the woods. So when you think about that and you combine that with the drought monitor, look what we're talking about. We're still in the moderate level as far as drought is concerned throughout most of the county, and severe drought as far as most of Lewes is concerned. So we're dealing with abnormally dry conditions. So now we kind of take a peek. Well, when are we expecting the next real round of rain? We're not really seeing anything develop over a 20% chance over the next 4 to 5 days. Recreationally, that's great. Climatologically or hydraulically speaking, it's not so good. We're in the 40s and 30s for Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, we'll climb to 67 degrees in some areas. You can see in Ellendale, Georgetown, and in Seaford and Delmar. But we're clear, hardly a cloud in the sky. We go into Wednesday morning, start off in the 40s, and then we're not going to see much movement for Wednesday afternoon. Now remember, with the precipitation chances staying on the low side here, that's when we're looking for it to stay dry, even for the most southern portions of our viewing area. 45 for Tuesday morning, 60s and mid-60s, 67 degrees in Willard, for example. Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday, we're not quite as warm. Wednesday, we're going to be 10 degrees cooler, but still above the norm for this time of the year. So we're still in the good as far as temperatures are concerned. But that precipitation and lack thereof is going to be tricky. Now, here's the backdoor front. When we say a backdoor front, usually fronts come in from this direction and slide towards the southeast. This is coming from the northeast and sliding towards the southwest, hence the backdoor connotation. Well, we have mild air that's actually going to buttress itself from the south. And so that's going to combine for mostly clear skies for tonight and 36. Tomorrow we're up to 66 degrees, and it's going to warm up really rapidly for tomorrow, especially with the winds out of the south. Now we're going to get a 10-degree drop or hit for Wednesday, but we're still going to stay sunny. All right. Finally, here's a look at your extended forecast. Even with cloudy skies on Thursday, we're still above the norm, and then we climb back into the 70s for Sunday, but we're going to have a chance of rain on Sunday and next Monday when everybody's enjoying St. Patrick's Day.
All right, Paul, thank you. Wicomico County Public Schools are asking the community to speak out in support at tonight's county executive budget hearing. Take a look at this graph. It shows county funding per student statewide. Wicomico is there at the bottom in the red. That's if the county does not increase funding for next year. The superintendent says the district needs more money from the county to make ends meet.
One thing that we have seen over the last few years is how much our class sizes have increased here in Wicomico County. So additional local funding could go a long way in reducing some of our overcrowded classrooms.
The budget covers all aspects of county government spending.
New at 5, the Salisbury Zoo has 2 new spider monkeys, Sadie and Ripley. Right now, they're getting used to their new space and being introduced to the resident male spider monkey, Resindi, who is a half-sibling of Ripley. You may remember Resindi's brother, Dweezil, died in September after the two got into a fight that left Dweezil with serious injuries.
Staying in Salisbury, there's going to be a prescribed burn near Pirates Wharf Park tomorrow around 10 a.m. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources Forest Services says it's using this to reduce wildfire risk and restore healthy ecosystems. Coming up, Tubman's Hidden History, the discoveries in Maryland revealing more about Harriet Tubman's past, next.
Most people remodel their kitchens for 3 reasons: poor design, lack of storage, and outdated cabinets.
That sounds like a big job.
Not with Paul Davis. We offer 2 stress-free solutions. Reface your cabinets with 5 layers of hardwood, new doors and drawers in 5 days or less. Or replace them, improve your layout and home value.
Call now.
We'll bring the showroom to you and provide an exact price the same day.
Installed before summer. Save 20% on your kitchen project or pay nothing for 12 months.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, emergency plumbing service 24/7.
Life is full of unexpected moments. At Tunnel and Razor, we know the value of being prepared.
We work closely with our clients to understand their goals and concerns in drafting their wills and powers of attorney.
Estate planning isn't just for the wealthy. It's for anyone who wants peace of mind to know that their loved ones are taken care of.
We will walk you through each step and make sure all your questions are answered.
Our caring and skillful representation means your wishes will be respected and your family secure.
Tunnel and Razor, your trusted partner in life's journey.
In 1925, Avery W. Hall had a vision to protect what matters most and uplift the community he loved. Today, that vision thrives. From humble beginnings to over 100 dedicated professionals, 5 locations, and countless lives touched, Avery Hall is built on reliability, service, and compassion. Over the last century, we've protected dreams, strengthened communities, and stood by our promise to treat every person with care every time. Here's to the next 100 years together. Avery Hall, insurance solutions for today's world.
For over 30 years, Chesapeake Healthcare has been more than a healthcare provider. It's been a healthcare home for thousands of Lower Shore residents. They provide comprehensive care by taking the time to know you, coordinating with your other providers, and managing your records in one place. From medical and dental to behavioral healthcare needs, they've got you covered. Need help finding the right healthcare plan? Their certified application counselors are ready to help you. Chesapeake Healthcare, your healthcare home. Learn more at chesapeakehc.org.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
New archaeological discoveries are offering a deeper look into Harriet Tubman's early life in Dorchester County. Take a look at this. Archaeologists have uncovered artifacts from the home of Tubman's father, Ben Ross, deep in the Blackwater National Wildlife Refuge. Artifacts date back 2,000 years they were found. According to MDOT, archaeologists uncovered the home by digging nearly 1,000 test holes along a historic road, eventually finding building remnants that confirmed the site's location.
That is very cool. And now, while the site isn't open itself to visitors, a brand new virtual museum brings these findings to life with 3D models and photos. This is a shot of the website where you can see that, and there's an interactive portal as you're seeing right here. Today's reveal from MDOT comes on Harriet Tubman Day, which is observed March 10th each year. We have the link for that actually right now on CoastTV.com.
Switching to consumer news now, CVS wants to grow itself by shrinking down. It's opening roughly a dozen stores this year, but listen to this, they're only going to have a pharmacy. They are about half the size of the normal layout. They won't have the part of the store that usually sells snacks and makeup, cards, and other things. The smaller stores are one part of CVS's turnaround plans, which have also included more than 1,000 store closures and thousands of layoffs.
The Department of Homeland Security announced it is ending its collective bargaining agreement with the TSA. A collective bargaining agreement is a contract that negotiates the terms of employment like pay and working conditions. The move impacts about 50,000 Transportation Security Administration officers, and the American Federation of Government Employees Union says it is now considering legal action. As we take a live look outside into Dover, one more check at our forecast after this.
Uncomfortable at home? Cold floors and drafts starting to feel unbearable? DryTech specializes in transforming crawl spaces into clean, dry, and energy-efficient environments by sealing out moisture and enhancing air quality. They create a home that's healthier, more comfortable, and efficient year-round.
Say goodbye to freezing pipes, wasted energy, and discomfort. Our expert solutions provide peace of mind and long-lasting comfort for every season.
And we're here for your next crawl space project. Have you DryTech yet?
Your home is a reflection of who you are, and sometimes cookie-cutter kitchens just don't reflect your lifestyle. Our team at Kitchen Concepts Plus can help you get the kitchen of your dreams. In over 20 years of business, we've built thousands of kitchens that have converted regular old cooking spaces into a kitchen that's as unique as you are. Talk to one of our experts to make your dream kitchen come to life.
To learn more about Kitchen Concepts Plus, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
At Imperial Granite & Quartz, we're more than countertop experts. We're experts in making your vision a reality. With decades of experience, in-house fabrication, and a team to guide every step, you don't have to worry. Plus, all of our work is under warranty.
Because we do things right.
Come in today for your free estimate. Full slabs in stock. Imperial Granite & Quartz, under one roof with that cabinet store and Matt the Carpet Guy at the Salisbury Design Center. The perfect team for your design dreams. South Salisbury Boulevard.
We could practice our skills anywhere, but here is where we've chosen to be. It's here that we find new ways to create hope, give second chances, save lives. One day your heart will need us, and on that day, we'll be ready, without missing a beat. The Heart and Vascular Institute at Bay Health. Our commitment runs deep.
18 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Coming up new on Coast TV News at 6, rental taxes in Fenwick Island. What may go up and others might go down. New at 6.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 8 p.m. is your game of the night. The Salisbury Stakes, I just love that name, will take on United Elite in Salisbury. And we have a recap of everything at 10:30 on the final score, Paul.
It sounds like a lot of fun. And Dover and Bay Health Camera, we're at 63 degrees. We're going to drop down to 49. Mostly clear skies, actually, for us. By the way, our umbrella giveaway winner is Diana Hefner of Millsboro. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. We've updated our weather line. Call it at 443-880-9100. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mendalis, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Hey, look, 66 for tomorrow, so we're still clocking the great weather. 10 degrees cool on Wednesday, but still staying sunny.
All right, Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.